guys, I'm Dan from DB Games. Welcome to the video. I've been tagged in this tabletop tag by Jenders Gaming and by the Box Meeple. It's a list of 20 questions and just asking about you and what you do basically. So I'm going to go through them one by one and try and answer them the best I can. Some of them I might not be able to answer as fully as I'd like because I work in an office where I'm not allowed to give out my details, not allowed to give out my surname, so I won't be doing that, but I'll try and give out as much information as I can, and hopefully that'll let everyone who watches this get to know me a little bit better and get to know what DB Games is all about. So let's get it started. Number one says, what's your name, age and location? So I'm based in the UK, Northwest, not able to give an exact location, but Northwest UK. Grew up a lot in the Northwest, and I've also lived abroad in Japan as well before for 3.5 years. Currently in the Northwest of the UK. I'm 37 years old. I was just 37 in June this month, and my name's Dan. I can't explain fully what my name is. My real name's actually Daniel, but I prefer to be called Dan. Okay, question number 2. What was your favourite childhood board game? Now, this is a bit of a tricky one. We had quite a few weird games around when I was younger. My auntie had a few games like Mandala and things like that I quite enjoyed, but one that I remember quite fondly is Escape from Colditz, which is a game I don't have anymore, or we don't seem to have a copy anymore. And my mum did have Monopoly and games like that, Trivia Pursuit, I think. But I think Escape from Colditz was one I enjoyed, but I'm pretty sure we most probably played the rules wrong because having looked at it recently, it looks a lot more complicated than what I gave it credit for. So I'm thinking as a child, we most probably just made up our own rules and messed about a bit. But I like the theme of it, and escaping the war and getting out of Colditz was a really cool theme for a board game, I thought. So that was most probably my favourite one as a child. Number 3 says, when did you really get into the board game hobby? So annoyingly for me, I really started getting into it just before COVID happened. I bought 3 or 4 games like Splendor, Carcassonne, and a few other games after an experience of working in a school for children in care, and where they were in a bit of a transition between having them in school and having them at home half and half the time. So we did a lot of board games and things and life skills stuff. And there I got to play a lot of games like Boss Monster and a few other games. So that's where I really first got into it, maybe about 4 years ago. I ordered a few games, and around the time they arrived was around the time that COVID started to really happen and things started to close down. So I actually bought was it Haunted House on the Hill, Betrayal, and that game is a 3-player only game. So for 2 years I had that game. I was unable to play it, and I ended up selling it because of COVID. Didn't know what was going on, and I didn't have the play account. It was just me and my partner in the apartment. So that was when I really started getting into it, and we played a lot of Carcassonne and games. I bought a lot of the games behind me that you see now during that period, and got some Kickstarters, and we got Dinosaur Island in that period that we really loved, and other games like that, Splendor, the usual kind of starter games for new gamers. The first game that I purchased, I think, was potentially, like I say, Carcassonne or Splendor, and I own both of those still. We love both of those games. I tend to do a lot of research on the games before I buy them. I do like games based on theme, as you can really see here, Abomination. Just love the theme and the way it looked, and I love Played Hat Games and the stuff that they make. So this, when I could get a hold of it, which was difficult, managed to get a copy from America. When I could, this came in. But my first game I purchased, I think was probably Splendor and Carcassonne, which I still have both. And we still play both and love both. And hoping to get Splendor Marvel as well, which is really good fun. Any other hobbies outside of board games? So as you might be able to see up here, there is a big Tremor Tusk from the new Horizon game. So I love video games. I particularly grew up liking Street Fighter. I don't know if you can see this t-shirt. It has Akuma on it. Just coincidence I'm wearing that today, but I love a bit of Street Fighter. I like fighting games. When I was in Japan, I used to play a lot in the arcades. I like football, what Americans would call soccer, but in England it's football. Huge Liverpool fan. I have a Steven Gerrard signed shirt on my wall just in front of me. And I also like snowboarding and learning new languages and things. And I've recently done a bit of painting as well. Got some stuff here for painting, which I've all put in a pot. But I'm not great at the painting of miniatures and stuff, but I enjoy it. I have quite a lot of hobbies. I like reading. I love movies as well. A lot of the geeky stuff I'm into, as you can maybe see above, Zelda, all sorts of games, books, films, geeky stuff. Never really got into D&D, but that's something I'd like to try. Okay, number 6, breakthrough game. Thinking about it, it's most probably Carcassonne. I played Carcassonne at the school I worked at, like I mentioned before, and that was really, really easy to get into, really strategic, really fun, and I thought that would be something that me and my partner could really enjoy on the nights when we're not really busy planning for school or teaching or whatever we've got on. I thought it'd be a really nice way to unwind at home if we didn't want to get out and go anywhere. And also Splendor, I think it was just a really easy, great game to play. Mostly I've already mentioned it, but it's a great game to break through, an easy one to pick up, and one that I really got into when I first tried it before I was properly into the hobby was Blood Bowl Team Manager. So it's not the Blood Bowl miniatures game, it's a small board game based on that, where you manage your team of different your American football teams in the Blood Bowl world, and you have to fight them off against other people, and you get powers and all sorts of strategic options, and it's really difficult to get because it's out of print. But I managed to get a copy, which I now have in my collection, but I haven't ever used it because it's still in shrink. So that was a bit of a breakthrough for me when I played that. I thought, oh yeah, this is really interesting, and there's a lot more that you can do with board games than I had really realised before that. A theme that always draws me in, without it being too like about geeky stuff and what I like in the geeky world, anything related to video games or geek stuff I like Star Wars, as you can see here, or Resident Evil, like there, or the Horizon up there, anything not linked to that type of stuff. I really love pirate games. Pirate games, every time I try a pirate game, I just want to get involved. I want to be in that game. I want to play a pirate game. I like a few zombie games as well. Dead of Winter kind of picked that interest up for me, but before that, I love pirate games. I've got quite a few. I still want to buy Merchant and Marauders. I still want to get a few of the games that I don't own already, but I've already got quite a few pirate games, and if I see any good pirate games, I'm always buying them. And I like a bit of rum as well, so I fit the theme of pirate as well. Let's have like number 8, favorite mechanism. Oh, it's hard to pick. There's so much. I like deck building. I like workup and placement kind of, and deck building mixed together. I love Arnak. I like the strategy of those two together. So something around that. Recently though, I've really got into this Wonderland's War, which is more of a bag building, luck and kind of luck mitigation game based on area control and battling, and I absolutely love this game. It's amazing. So I think most probably favorite is card building, deck building, mixed with other stuff. There is deck building in this as well, but normally mixed with other things as well to help enhance that. I'm a huge Marvel Champions fan as well, so Marvel Champions is actually my number 1 game. So I love the deck building and set collection and all that. So most probably that. Number 9, what was a mechanism that you don't like or that you aren't good at? I don't know what it's called, but I'm not a big fan of the mechanism in Scythe where you move stuff to make more stuff efficient and then you move again to make it efficient again. It's kind of action selection. It's kind of min-maxing your player board to get more actions. I didn't enjoy that setup inside because I find it too mathematical and like very formulaic. If you know how to do it, you know how to make your board better, and then you're going to get the good results no matter what everyone else is doing. Found it very systematic, not very reactive to what's going on in the game, just more based on what's going on. So most probably that, if that fits that bill. It's a bit of a bad answer, but I think that's about the best I can do. Newest game in my collection, and have I played it yet? Well, there's a few actually. I bought Wonderland's War and Bitoku and a few other bits and bobs, like some expansions for Horizon, like the Kickstarter stuff that I didn't have. And I've played Wonderland's War about 5 times, and I am in love with this game. I have not got Bitoku to the table yet. I'm hoping to play it soon. potentially tomorrow or Friday, but I've got a lot of stuff on at the minute. So they're the newest ones. Horizon, the Kickstarter stuff, it came shrinked, so I'm most probably not going to open that up yet until either I get to a point where I really, really want to play it, or I may end up keeping it just to keep it in value and keep it good, because I saw a copy on eBay for £250 and I thought, that's insane. So if it can sell for that, then maybe I should keep it and shrink. So I haven't played that. Let's have a look. What's my favourite play account? Well, normally two. I love playing with my partner. I also love playing 3 or 4 where there's a bit more interaction. Really, really depends on the game. I don't think I have a favourite play account. I think it's completely dependent on the game. So Marvel Champions, I love playing solo. Anytime my missus is busy or I've got some free time and she's not free, I love to play some Marvel Champions on my own and double-handedly play 2 heroes at once. I think it's brilliant, just fantastic. So depends on the occasion, depends on what game I want to play. I'm very different. I love bigger play accounts for fun. Like when I was at the expo, it was great playing with a bigger play account with loads of people. We played things like is it Herd Mentality? That was with 8 or 9. Fake Artist, things like that. Played really well at 8 players. We played Libertalia at 6. That was brilliant. Obviously games like God Tier I like. I have a new expansion here for God Tier that I bought that I want to open up. And it's a 2-player only game pretty much. You could play it 2v2 or 3v3, but with one person controlling each champion, but I don't think that would be what I'd want to do. That would be a 2-player game only for me. Marvel Champions, like I say, maybe a 2-player, but I'd play that solo. Arnak, I've played at all play accounts and I enjoy all of them. So a bit of a sidestep on that question. I don't really have a favourite play account. Trying to look for number 12. What's my board game pet peeve? People eating like crisps or greasy snacks around games, especially if you've not got the sleeves on them yet, or you've not sleeved up the game because it's new, and then you've got someone with greasy fingers trying to get on the cards and stuff. That really annoys me. I hope that people don't do that, which a lot of people don't do, but if I see that happening, it kind of winds me up. I do get a bit annoyed with slow play as well. If people are getting analysis paralysis and they're taking ages on a game. Obviously, if it's a complicated game, it's understandable, but if it's a simple game, then it can annoy me a little bit when you've got slow players who just dawdle and take their time. I want to get through a game sometimes a bit quick and do stuff, and I've got my plan ready for next round, and I'm waiting on someone else to hurry up with their turn when the decisions really aren't that difficult. Sometimes that can wind me up, but I guess that depends what mood I'm in. So what player colour do I use the most often? Weirdly, because my favourite colour is red, but I normally go for green. Green's normally my player colour. I think a lot of people choose red, so I tend to choose green because I like to not be a pain and try and take the red that everyone wants. And I like green, I really like green. As you can maybe see on my setup, I can't get it up because that computer's in the way. I've got green mats down on my table for Marvel Champions, and I love a bit of green, so I'm happy to play green. I normally do play green in most games. Number 14, do you open and punch a game right away or wait until you play it for the first time? Normally I'll punch it out straight away, get the rules out, try and learn it, especially if I want to play it quickly. There's a few games in my collection that haven't been punched, like I say, like the Horizon stuff that's still in shrink, and the Blood Bowl Team Manager that I bought second hand, but it turned up all still in shrink inside and not punched. So other than that, yeah, everything's pretty much punched. No one's actually asked me to play that game, so I haven't had to punch it to play, but I will actually play it. If anyone wants to play Blood Bowl Team Manager, I will get that out and play because it's a fantastic game. So I've just kept it like that for now because I haven't got around to playing it. My favourite snack to eat while playing board games. Oh no, I've skipped one. 15. Do you read the rule book or watch how to play videos? I normally do a bit of a combination of both. If I read the rule book myself just once, I normally cannot figure the rules straight away. I like to watch an explanation of someone playing and a bit of gameplay. and then read the rules to find the finer details myself. So I can get a good understanding by visualizing what they're doing and what the rounds look like. And say, for example, Wonderland's War, I watched the gameplay online of Rodney Smith. I think, no, it wasn't, it was someone else. Is it Ellis? Someone Scott? I can't remember her name. A woman online. And then I understood the structure. It was Tea Party, then Battle for Land. But I didn't know the finer rules, and then I played online with some friends, and luckily they'd played before, so they taught me. Thanks to Louis from Board and Gaming. So he sorted me out there and did a bit of a teach as well as we played, but I had a rough understanding of what to do, just not exactly how to do it. So I'll normally watch, and then if I need to, read a bit more rules. Things like Too Many Bones, that's a definite watch first, see how someone else plays, read the rules, make sure you're down with the finer stuff, come up to stuff, then read back into the rules to find it. That can be quite a tricky one to learn, but if you stick with Too Many Bones, it's well worth it, but that was a bit of a watch and read. Number 16, favourite snack to eat while playing board games. I don't really eat snacks when I'm playing board games. If I'm going to eat, I'll eat away from the board game so that I don't get bits of food and grease and everything all over the game, and so that I can actually enjoy the gameplay without taking attention away from what I'm doing. I don't like to eat when I'm playing board games. I'm normally quite laser focused on what I'm doing. So if I'm playing 2 or 4 hours of a board game, I'll happily do that. And as soon as I finish and then start thinking about food, then I go, oh, actually, I'm really hungry. I won't have kind of clicked that I want to eat while I'm playing. I'm more focused on the game and what I'm doing. So I don't actually snack when I'm playing, which is good for me because I need to lose some weight before I get married next month. Number 17. Have I ever been to a board game convention? If so, which one or ones? Well, I went to the Board Game Expo last month, which was wonderful, where I met Julian from the Box Meeple, who was one of the people who nominated me to do this. I met loads of my other board game Instagram friends and social media friends, and did a lot of gaming there, which was wonderful. One of the best gaming experiences of my life. The whole day was a bit crazy because I got up at 4:30. I got there for about 7. I parked up, I was waiting and queuing about 20 past 7, and then the hall didn't open for actual entrance until 9 o'clock. So I definitely left a bit early. I was absolutely shattered when it got to about 10 o'clock at night when I was to drive home. And next time I'm hoping to go for the full 4 days. So I am going to apply for a press badge and see how I do. Hopefully I'll get one. If not, I'll just go the night before and get my tickets and everything ready. And my partner will be coming with me, so we can have a nice few days and enjoy a bit of Birmingham and a bit of time away. So yeah, the UK Games Expo, it was wonderful, and I can't wait to go next year. I pretty much booked my room for hotel for next year as soon as I got back, and for 4 days instead of just the one, so I had time to spend more time with people and spend more time checking out new stuff and games I missed. There's a lot of stuff I missed at the expo. Number 18. What is an unreleased game that you're most looking forward to? There's a lot of unreleased games I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the new Sleeping Gods. I'm looking forward to the new X-Men stuff coming from Marvel Champions. I love Marvel Champions and I love X-Men, so really excited for that. I have all the X-Men for Marvel United, which most probably was a bit of a bigger purchase than I thought it was going to be. But I'm happy I've got it all. And I'm definitely going to get all the Marvel Champions stuff. I'm really excited to receive Marvel Dice Throne, which is coming soon in a few weeks, I think. A lot of stuff I'm really looking forward to. There's so many. Played a lot of games at the expo, like the Old King's Crown, which is coming to Kickstarter soon. That was a wonderful game. I'm really looking forward to getting involved in that and playing that again. Trying to get that kickstarted and help with that if I can. If I can play it online and play again. There's tons of games that are there that look brilliant. Book of Skulls looks amazing too. They struggled to get that kickstarted on the first turn, but hopefully they'll get a bit more marketing behind that and that'll come out because that looks like a fantastic game. So many. I've backed a lot of stuff on Kickstarter. Age of Empire. No, can't remember. There's loads. There's a ton of stuff. I'm excited about a lot of it. I'm excited about all of it. Really excited to get Robinson Crusoe Kickstarter, which I backed as well. excited for the Too Many Bones stuff coming out in the end of the year-ish, Unbreakable. Loads and loads and loads of things. I love the hype of getting behind new games and getting excited for them. So there's a lot. Number 19, what's your favourite thing about the board game hobby? This is quite an easy one. My favourite thing about the hobby is having fun with people. I'm not constantly being on your phone and not talking to people. But in the board game hobby, we have our phones down, we play with each other, we interact, we chat, we have a laugh, we have fun, and we all love the hobby and we're all really supportive of each other. So my favourite thing about the hobby is the people in the hobby. I absolutely love meeting everyone, playing with everyone, and making friends with everyone. So that's definitely the favourite thing in the hobby, easily. And then number 20, other people I'd like to see do this tag. I've been tagged by Jenders Gaming and by Boxed Meeple, so I know they've already done it. I've watched theirs already. I don't know if Ordinary Board Game has done one. If not, I'd like to see his. Craig from Get Into Gaming as well. Seth Eckos, maybe two. And Northern Dice as well would be great. I can't think of anyone else. There's most probably loads I've missed. It's Complicated would be great as well. Yeah, and anyone else who really wants to do it and get involved. So thank you for nominating me. It's been a really interesting video to do and actually a lot longer than I expected it to be. So apologies for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.